ओम ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
मूर्तिभेद विभागिने
मूर्तिभेदविभागिने
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु। सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति।
ओम शांति शांति शांति।
ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं।
नारायणेन स्वयं
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्।
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्।
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः।
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः।
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः।
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः।
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः। यस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः।
देवाय तस्मै नमः।
After me, okay? सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिमन्विते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोस्तुते
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
त्वामाश्रितान्नान्नविपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्यश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
त्वामाश्रितानां विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रितायाश्रयतां प्रयन्ति
सर्वाबाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
सर्वाबाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्येश्वरी
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
एवमेव त्वया कार्यं वैरिविनाशनम्
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे
सर्वशक्तिमन्विते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोस्तुते
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान्
त्वामाश्रितान्नान्नविपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्यश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
त्वामाश्रितानां त्वामाश्रितायाश्रयतां प्रयन्ति
सर्वाबाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
सर्वाबाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्येश्वरी
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
एवमेव त्वया कार्यं
विनाशनम्
I think one, two times.
One more time.
One more time, yeah. सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिमन्विते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोस्तुते
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
त्वामाश्रितान्नान्नविपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्यश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
त्वामाश्रितानां प्रयन्ति
सर्वाबाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
सर्वाभावप्रशमनं लोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
Shanam.
सर्वकर्माणि मनसा
सर्वकर्माणि मनसा
संन्यस्यास्ते सुखं वशी
संन्यस्ते सुखं वशी
नवद्वारे पुरे देहि
नवद्वारे पुरे देहि
नैव कुर्वन्न कारयन्
नैव कुर्वन् कारयन्
न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि
न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि
लोकस्य सृजति प्रभुः
लोकस्य सृजति प्रभुः
न कर्मफलसंयोगम्
न कर्मफलसंयोगम्
स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते
स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते
नादत्ते कस्यचित् पापम्
नादत्ते पापम्
न चैव सुकृतं विभुः
न चैव सुकृतं विभुः
अज्ञानेनावृतं ज्ञानम्
अज्ञानेनावृतं ज्ञानम्
तेन मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः
तेन मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः
We proceed. Before that, there is one question was asked by Raviji. Previous one, Dvait Advait. It was good. Then we will see Sayuji sir. Generally, we use two words, Advaitam. And another is Dvaitam. The meaning of Advaitam, generally what we take? No plurality is equal to Advaitam. So here, whenever Dvaitam comes, no, it is not two things, only two. Dvaitam is equal to one plus more. So maybe two, maybe three, whatever. But whenever Dvaitam comes, it is not like two, but one plus more. That's why whenever Dvaitam comes, is a plurality. Advaitam comes, Ekameva Advitiyam. The meaning is. One, what you have asked, and another, what's the name?
So, yeah, no, I was thinking, Swaminiji, that three in the context of waking state, dream state, and sleep state.
Oh, you are comparing with this? Yeah.
So the Atman is not any of those three. So it's the fourth, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I was thinking that three, that not three or something.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
One is Sayujyam.
Salokyam, Sarupyam, Samipyam, and Sayujyam. There is a stage that they say. The first stage is Salokyam.
Yeah, I will explain.
Yeah.
This is not in our, but it's in Vaishnava cult.
Vaishnavas.
Does it come in the Bhagavatam, Swamiji, or no?
I literally, really speaking, I never studied in deep Bhagavatam. I know little portion like Prahlad Stuti. Sayujya Sarupyam.
Yeah, Sarupyam and Samipyam.
Samipyam. So first stage is Salokyam. So if Vaishnava, after death, if we go Vaikuntha Dhama, so it's called Salokyam, Prapti. So he stayed in Vaikuntha, Goloka, whatever. Then, after having gone to, maybe Vaikuntha Dhama is maybe big, no, we don't know. So that Mumukshu or whatever, he starts searching where is Lord Krishna. So it's must be Samipyam. Then that person goes near.
Mm.
So this is second. I think. Oh, is my thinking. This is second. Samipyam. After Samipyam, that person must be starts thinking. Still, I am away from Lord Krishna. Let me go along with it. Yuj means joda, to connect. Yuj means to connect. So let me connect with Yunjate, there is a Yunjate means to connect with Lord Krishna. So third state, with how that person will connect with Lord Krishna, I don't know. But third stage, maybe Sayujyam. And even after connected, that person might be thinking, still I am not getting Swarupa of Lord Krishna. I would like to be one with Swarupa. With Lord. Yeah. So this is fourth one. Sarupya Prapti. So in this Samipyam, Puja Swamiji's joke, Puja Swamiji's style. So Puja Swamiji say, if that person has gone to Vaikuntha Dhama, then Samipyam Mukti. First, this is called all Mukti stage. So if he has got Samipyam Mukti, then he's sitting in front of Lord Krishna. 1 hour, he is looking at Lord Krishna. 2 hours, then he tired. Then he starts saying, what other else are sitting around me? So Samipya Mukti doesn't work, he says. Then he says Sayujya. Sayujya means he would like to connect with. So how that person will connect with devotion, with develop some relationship, like he is a father, like whatever. Then this is connected. In spite of connecting, when he would like to one with Ishvara. So according to Sarupya means is merging with Ishvara. According to them, it's called Sarupya.
There was also some joke where something he used to say. He will say, there is one Swami Dayananda Saraswati. Why did you not learn from him? Something he used to say.
This is joke always. This is their thinking. After death, they have to travel up to Vaikuntha Dham.
Okay, so this is actually after death. I was thinking these are like stages of growth here, when you are here.
No. They never think. Only Vedanta says Mukti is only here. All others says after death only they have Mukti.
Mm.
Swamiji used to talk about this going to Brahmaloka. People do various yajnas to go to Brahmaloka. So when they go to Brahmaloka, they want Brahmaji to teach them.
Yeah.
And Brahmaji says, I don't have time. In earth, there was one Swami Dayananda Saraswati who was teaching. Why did you not?
What Puja Swamiji used to say, then Brahmaji will start teaching. Then what Brahmaji will teach? To Tattvamasi. Then that person who has gone there, Swamiji was teaching them, so why should I come here? Swamiji was teaching. Why should I? I should not go up to Brahmaloka, because local teaching also is available. Swamiji's joke. But even to go Brahmaloka, it is not easy that much. It needs lots of preparation.
It is easier to gain Tattvamasi. Maybe. That yajna, nobody knows now how to do it.
I think the real lesson here is even if you go to Brahmaloka, you still have to learn the same lesson.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it says the Brahma Loka, if to go Brahma Loka, they have to do lots of upasana.
Yeah.
Hiranyagarbha. And there's upasana. I am not away from myself. Is not two type of upasana. One is Sampat upasana, another is Ahangra upasana. In that Ahangra upasana, if person start meditating, my mind is itself is Hiranyagarbha. I am invoking Hiranyagarbha in my mind only. It's not outside. If a person does tapas for long time, then only this possible. Even not within this year, this janma, maybe takes. So even to go to Brahma Loka.
So it is not yajna, you are saying it is upasana for doing.
Yeah, even upasana also they can go. Yagna is a first in karma kanda. After karma kanda, upasana is also coming. Even Taittiriya Upanishad Shikshavali is full of upasana.
But it's amazingly that Karma Kanda, Yagna, reaching Vaikuntha in the way we just described Swami, that is also true.
Yeah.
And then Swami Omkaranda explained Vaikuntha, the word meaning for Vaikuntha is really Vikunta. There's no one whose mind has no,
Kuntita gati, yeah. Kunta means distracted. Vaikuntha.
Yeah. He said it works for Vedanta also. If you have a Vikunta mind, you are right here. I'm just amazed like how they make it consistent for every kanda also.
So people
It only works with Advaitins though. It won't work with Dvaitins. For them, going to Vaikuntha is the goal.
I know, but they allow the tolerance or the room for it to work with every approach, and also apply to Vedanta. Like I was amazed when Swami Omkaranda said, you can reach Vaikuntha right here in your mind.
Even in Gita says Vaikuntha is only here. I think in some 11th, 12th chapter it's coming. That Dhamma Paramam. At that time it was discussion in Shankaracharya in Bhashya.
Swamiji, so when you do Nididhyasana, you're doing Upasana, for instance, and if you do this, in fact, this is what you're doing, that I am that one, right?
Yeah.
So, Hiranyagarbha Upasana. So, in doing this, Advaitins also can go to Brahmaloka.
No, but they are not interested to go to Brahmaloka, no?
Not interested, but if you don't reach, if you have not reached that and you're still in the Upasana stage, then you will go there. Maybe.
No, but no. Same Upasana we can use for Antakaran Shuddhi. And same Upasana we can use to go to Brahmaloka. Choice is in our hand. Be free. So I don't want to go Brahmaloka, but still I am doing Upasana. Upasana for the sake of Gnana Yogyata. I would like to prepare my mind. So that's why when if person starts Upasana, I am not separate from Hiranyagarbha. And who is Hiranyagarbha? It's a total subtle mind. And if we subtle minds means all minds of all beings. So I am not separate from them. The result of that Upasana. Then that person's mind is so broad. That person can accept each and every person as it is, as he or she. And if such a person starts listening Vedanta, Vedanta will work within a month. That's why first, before this Vedanta, they give emphasis on Upasana only. Because without Upasana, our mind cannot be widespread.
You cannot assimilate.
Yeah, not assimilate. Assimilation will go up afterward. But we cannot accept people as they are.
Yes.
We have biased mind for some person. We have different type of minds for each and every person. Mind should be one, same for each and every people, whether they like us or whether they don't like us. If person does Upasana at that level, its mind is totally, like Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha doesn't have any partiality for if they Jiva likes him or not. Same mind. You start listening Vedanta, it work immediately. That's why this is a karma. First karma yoga, then upasana, and then Vedanta. If person jumped direct into Vedanta, that's why it doesn't work. There's a
So
karma.
as a sadhana, this needs to be done
Yeah,
by
it's very much necessary.
So
Even
it
saying,
does. Sorry, Swamiji, I'll wait.
so even yagna, we say yagna, if we perform yagna, not the sake of Svarga Loka, not the sake of Brahma Loka, but same yagna, if we perform, it gives Chitta Shuddhi. Very much. Our mind become more and more subtle, more and more focused. That's why now people have diverted mind. Otherwise, they would like to do this only. To learn Vedanta also, this is very useful.
correct. So Vedanta is jnana yajna.
Yeah,
It is a yajna.
yeah.
Also,
But
so
not Agnihotra Yagna, we used to say, in Ishavasya, there are many yagnas are mentioned. But when yagnasam, they say Agnihotri would like to go Svargaloka. Then there is one Nachiketas Yagna is mentioned in Kathopanishad. If you perform Nachiketas Yagna with meditation, upasana, then that Yamadharma Raja has told, person can go to Brahmaloka. Same if you meditate. So if they are not interested, but they perform same Nachiketas, the result will come. Mind, more and more, it becomes, ready to accept person. This is the follow. More tapas, more upasana, our mind is more and more sensitive for others. Any question, Sudhakarji?
No. I was just reflecting. Swami Omkarananda said, and somebody asked him about Nididhyasana. He said, it's not any separate effort. He gave an example of people who gamble. He said this is a bad habit, but one who's gambling is aware of all the surroundings. He drinks coffee, does whatever, but his mind is completely engrossed in gambling without effort because they are completely into it. So he said that's a good way to think. You do whatever,
Yeah.
but at the background you always tell this is not it, and then it becomes so easy. Then it becomes natural to just do whatever and be. He said the transactional world and the Paramarthika world can exist right there because that's the truth. It's existing in that way. We just don't realize it when we.
Even there is always, they used to give example of mother and child. In previous time, that mother would like to fetch water from river, and that small child was inside her house. She starts talking with, there are many, pots on her hand. She starts talking, still one mind, always with her child. Same way we can do all transaction. Even while talking also, our mind should be always with Ishwar. Is work.
Paramahamsa also gives that example. Ramakrishna.
This one, no? This, yeah.
Yeah.
So there
And
are
I was surprised that Omkarananda example is actually, he said, he didn't make it up. It's actually in Shankara Bhashyam. Shankaracharya actually mentioned that gambling is so powerful. It was very interesting.
Even nowadays, this sophisticated murder, it is not that much easy. This is a premeditated. How much they have meditated?
Lot of meditation.
Yeah, lots of meditation. So I just would like to mention, this is Prapti. Upasana means do japa, whatever in our mind is called upasana. This is Nishtha. Prapti. Dhyana and Upasana, if we perform japa, whatever, it gives, before we go to a Vedanta, if we do this Dhyana and Upasana, the result of this, if we are not interested in any loka, like Brahma Loka, Svarga Loka, then it will give Gnana Yogyata Prapti. So our minds is more and more mature to receive Gnanam. Yogyata means eligible to receive Jnanam. So before taking Jnanam, if we do Upasana, the result of Upasana is our mind is eligible for Jnanam. But if we have gone through Shravan, Manana, Nididhyasanam, then after Shravan and Manana, still if we do same Upasana, means what we have given the name Nididhyasanam. But this Nididhyasanam is for this purpose. Jnana Nishtha Prapti. So what assimilation, what you have telling, no? Assimilation is after Shravana Mananam, but person has to go through. First, this is before Vedanta. Person has go through. But if we not go through, still we have to do simultaneously all. Dharma Yoga, Upasana, and even Shravanam. This all. But this is the main thing. Even Karma Yoga gives Chitta Shuddhi. And Gnana Yogyata gives focus. Our mind become more and more wide to allow, to accommodate each and every person. Then only Tattvamasi works. Otherwise, Tattvamasi says you are not separate, you are Ishvara. And this Ishvara has problems with so many people. How can we become Ishvara? So first Jnana Yogyata Prapti and then only Jnana Nishtha.
Ishvara is an angry Ishvara, jealous Ishvara.
Still is Ishvara only, but we cannot accept that Ishvara is Ishvara.
So, Shamadhi Shadga Sampatti is the first step.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, then it's not going to stay.
So these are the steps. So if we follow our Vedic lifestyle, now whatever is given in our Hindu culture, if we follow, then this happen automatically, naturally. We need not to even do any effort. So Karma Yoga, from when we are very young, means child, there are many kathas are always we used to listen. So in katha, now not like this, but at that time no music, nothing, simple katha. But at that time, when Mahatma was there, he used to tell, whatever you do, no, you do for only for Ishvara. There is no Ishvara for Buddhi, but they used to tell, you do for Ishvara. Whenever you go out, you should speak Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. If you, while chanting 3 times Narayana, every work will be always auspicious for you. So whenever I used to go for exams, then I start chanting Narayana, Narayana, so we can pass with good marks. Then I start thinking, if while chanting Narayana is good, then why should I should not chant for every time? So whenever we are not walking, while walking, there is no conversation, so we can chant. So if you imbibe in our culture, this will happen naturally. Even go to temple, everything is very natural in our culture. So if person comes out from another, culture, then it's problem. For us, if you really, we can imbibe in our culture. So any question? Otherwise, we can go now forward to our Gita class. So after Gita class finish, no, I cannot discuss this. So before only we can. Then we are only in Gita. Any question? No? Okay.
Thank you, Swaminiji. Yeah.
Yeah. You can see this. We have seen this 13 from 13 to 21 verse. Bhagavan will describe the trait, Lakshana of Atma, and a person who knows who he or her is description of Atmagyani from 13 to 21st verse. We have seen 13 or 14 little bit. In 13 verse, Bhagwan has used two words. One is called Vashi and another is Dehi. Vashi meaning is one who is the master of one's own body, mind, sense complex. Is called Vashi, is a master. Such person, what that person does, Sarva Karmani Manasa Sanyasya. We cannot give up karma physically. Only we can give up karma through mind only. And in how this Gnani always thinks, if I am not mind, if I am not body, whatever karmas are doing with these instruments of body, mind, sense complex, I am not that. This thinking is called Manasa Sanyasya. So Vashi means Agnani, one who is a master of all body, mind, sense complex. That person knows Sarva Karmani Manasa Sanyasya. He has given up all karma through understanding. And what that person does, Sukham Aste, comfortably lives in this body, in his or her body. And Bhagwan has given the body is Navadvara Pura. This body has 9 gates, 7 up, 2 down. Navadvara Pura means city. In this city, Dehi, one who resides in body, it's called Dehi, na kurvan. It doesn't do also anything. It doesn't ask to do anyone to doing anything. Na kurvan, na karayan. Karayan is called causal in Sanskrit, in English. Causal means he is a reason for to ask someone to do. Na kurvan, na karayan. And we were seeing this, na kartrutvam, na karmani, lokasya sujati prabhu. Here Prabhu is not Lord Rama, Lord Krishna. The Prabhu who is made same Atma. Consciousness was resides, Sukhamaste in this body. This Atma, lokasya, for any person. Lokasya means for any person. This is called Sheshe Shashti. Lokasya of the person. We have to translate. But lokasya means for any person. Kartrutvam na srujati. It doesn't create any doership. Lokasya na karmani srujati. That person, that Atma, doesn't create actions for anyone, and at the same time, na karma phala sanyogam srujati. Prabhu karma phala sanyogam na srujati. Prabhu kartrutvam na srujati. Prabhu karmani na srujati. These 3 things Atma doesn't create. First we have seen one is called doership, another is called karma, and third thing is called karma phala sanyogam. Sanyogam means connection with result of action. Is that person Atma never create. Then how this thing is going on? Bhagavan says, Swabhavastu pravartate. It just happens naturally. There is a no effort, no prayatna from consciousness. That we were seeing last week. Sukhamaste, that we have seen. So Prabhu lokasya kartrutvam na srujati. Prabhu lokasya karmani na srujati. Same Prabhu lokasya karma phala sanyogam na srujati. Here karmani should not come. Na srujati. And why this happens? Swabhavastu. It just happens naturally. Pravartate. People are engaged in their field naturally. There is a no compulsion, no effort from Chaitanya Tattva. So Prabhu, the meaning is self-effulgent Atma. Prakarshena Bhavati is called Prabhu. lokasya, for any person. Actually, it should be lokaya, but here it's called lokasya. It's called, in Sanskritam, it's called sheshe. Sheshe. Sheshe Shashti. Sometime, any case we can use in sixth case. It's called Sheshe Shashti. There are, even in next verse also, Sheshe Shashti will come. So this Atma, Kartrutvam, na srujati. He doesn't create any doership for any person. And how Atma cannot create? So we know the role of Atma inside our body is Shrotrasya Shrotram, Manaso Manoyat, Vachaha Vacham, So Pranasya Prana, Chakshushaha Chakshu. The role of Atma, consciousness, in our body is nothing, but it's just enliven all sense organs, all actions, all karmendriya, even prana. Because of that, they all become live. And because of this liveness, they do their own function. There is a no doer. They never create any doership. If they start thinking, if mind, I am this mind, then it belongs to mind, not to consciousness. This is the Kenopanishad sentence. Shrotrasya Shrotram is really translation is the ear of ear, is a mind of mind, is a speech of speech, is a prana of pran, is the eye of eye. But literally the meaning is because of whose presence Shrotra becomes a Shrotra. It does the function of listening. Because of whose presence mind starts its work of thinking. Because of whose presence a speech can start speaking. Because of whose presence a prana starts all physiological activity, and because of whose presence chakshusha, means eyes, can become their function of seeing. That is called consciousness. It is not chakshu shrotra vacha. So how can it become doers? So in the presence of Atma, all senses can be engaged in their own field. There is no role of consciousness in this activity. Like in fan, electricity's job is to start, it make electrifying, it starts its working. There is no other role of electricity. Even in any oven, if we take even washing machine, what's the role of electricity? Nothing. Just make it starts functioning. No other. Even washing machine doesn't work, doesn't affect electricity. Same way all this. It just enlivens. It makes them live. No. So it's called Kartrutvam Nasrujati. So this Prabhuhu Lokasya, it will go with all sentence. Prabhuhu Lokasya Kartrutvam Nasrujati. Same Prabhuhu Lokasya Karmani Nasrujati. It doesn't create any karma. So there are two meaning of karma is given by Shankaracharya. One karma means all actions. He doesn't create any actions. First, Atma doesn't create any action. These actions are going with this physical body and in mind only. It never create any action. This is the one meaning. But second meaning, Shankaracharya is written is karma, no? Here karma. One who knows declension. Nominative is called karta. Accusative is called karma in Sanskritam, when we have seen in declension. Third is called instrument, sadhan. So here karma, what is the meaning of karma? So if we say Sita sees a deer, so deer is a karma of seeing. If Rama listens sound, so sound is a karma, is the object of listening. Devadatta cooks food, so food is a karma. So here karma is not action, but here karma is equal to object. Because in second case, This karma is a technical word. So when it says Bhagwan, Prabhu karmani nasrujati, means this Atma doesn't create any objects also in all over the world. This second meaning. And first word is simple actions, direct meaning. So this karma has two meaning. One karma is called actions. It doesn't create any action. And another is called objects. But at that time, object we can taken as a grammatically karma, not literal karma. One who knows grammar, they know. So Atma doesn't create even object also, even not karma. So that's why I have written karma may be action and karma may be objects of action. Nasrujati. It doesn't create anything. And third, karma phala sanyogam nasrujati. Your karmani is not, should be not here. Unknowingly is good. Atma doesn't create karma phala sanyoga. The meaning karma phala sanyoga means result of action. Karma phala, connection with result of action. Suppose I say I perform upasana, and what you want, if I say Brahmaloka, so Brahmaloka is connection with our upasana. It's called karma phala sanyoga. So if I do upasana, then connection of karma phala is Brahmaloka. So karma will give karma phala. What is the karma phala? Okay, Brahmaloka. So all karma are connected with what? So karma phala. The same way, Atma creates karma phala connection with karma and karma phala. So say nasrujati. And why? All the results of action is going to doer only. One who thinks I am doer. And one who thinks I am doer is called Jivatma. But one who knows I am not body, mind, sense complex, it's called only Atma. So always there is a difference between Atma and Jivatma. Jivatma means one who thinks I am body, mind, sense complex. The limitation of body, mind, sense complex is my limitation. One who thinks, that person is called Jivatma. And one who knows I am not body, mind, sense complex, I am pure consciousness. This body, mind, sense complex is given to me as an instrument. So I can engage with word, I can interact with word. And traveling is not for Atma, traveling is only for Jivatma. So from one body to another body, it will go is a Jivatma because of ignorance. One who considered I am body, mind, sense complex, until ignorance won't go, the traveling will be continued. But one who knows I am only Atma, there is a no second birth. Atma doesn't have any connection with karta, even karmani, and even connection with result of karma. This is separate thing. Atma is only make it live. There is a no connection with body, mind, sense complex and Atma. So then somebody may ask, then who does all these things? Who does all karmani? It says, Swabhavastu pravartate. How I can go? The eyes, the pair of eye can go on the field of their object. How ears can listen. How? That's why Bhagavan says, Swabhavastu pravartate. It just happens naturally. Pravartate means they are engaged, but this naturally. One's own nature, they engage itself. And again, I have quoted, this is 5th chapter, 9th verse. Indriyani, indriya artheshu vartante. All senses, they always engage with the object of senses. vartante. There is no compulsion. Now you have to go see outside. There is no compulsion. Iti dharayan. Now it is not relevant. But indriyani, indriyartheshu vartante. There is no role of Chaitanya Tattva in this anything. That's why I have written here. Sense organs engage themselves in sense object. This is a natural to all senses. So if eye sees object of colors and forms, is a natural, svabhavaha. If ear listen words, svabhavaha. Bhagwan has set up everything and they start doing their own activity. Nose has work to smell, tongue to taste. There is no involvement of Atma. They only lend consciousness to senses, nothing else, no role of anything. And who am I? I am not this body, mind, sense complex. I am pure Atma. One who has conviction 100%, it's called Atma Jnani. Otherwise, we have to work for what? Jnana Nishtha. We have changed this. Na datte kasyachit papam na cheva sukrutam vibhuhu ajnanena vritam jnanam tena muhyanti jantavaha. Again vibhuhu. Generally in all stotram, vibhu, prabhu, all word comes, but here vibhu is not also not Ishvara. Here the meaning of vibhu is consciousness only. Vibhu. Vibhu means all pervasive. One who is everywhere. It's called vibhu. Like space is all pervasive, same way consciousness is also all pervasive. Such consciousness, kasyachit, papam na adatte. He doesn't take, this Atma doesn't take anybody's papa. Adatte means take, but na adatte. He doesn't take kasyachit, anyone's papa. At the same time, na cheva sukrutam adatte. This adatte can also comes here. He doesn't take any punya also. Sukrutam, sushtukrutam is called punya. If we perform good karma, it gives punya. If we unknowingly or knowingly, if we perform some bad karma, it gives papa. But vibhuhu, for consciousness, he doesn't take any papa also, he doesn't take any punya also. Then why people committed papam, why they are interested in punya? Bhagavan says, gnanam, here the meaning of gnanam is self-knowledge, is avrutam, is covered by what? Ajnanena. This self-knowledge is covered by ignorance. Because of this ignorance, tena means by that ignorance, jantavaha muhyanti. In Hindi, even in Gujarati, the meaning of jantu is small creatures. It's called jantu, but really speaking, yaha jayate is called jantu. Jayate, jayate iti jantu. Puna puna jayate. Small creatures, they have short their lifespan, so they dies immediately. Again new birth, again new. Same way, human beings also are jantu. Punah punah jayate iti jantu. So all beings are deluded by ajnanena, and that's why punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. So vibhuhu, same. Vibhuhu means all pervasive. Kasyachit, anyone. Here kasyachit also is a sixth case, but we always translate for anyone. Papam na adatte. It doesn't take papa. Evam sukrutam na adatte. Even punya api, it doesn't take. Then why people thinks now I am papi? Why now I am punyashali? I have done so many many puja, many charity. So now I am very punyashali. These thinking are because of agnanena, gnanam. Here the meaning of gnana means self-knowledge. Avrutam is covered. Jantavaha. This all beings tena agyanena muhyati. They dilutes. Vibhuhu. The meaning is all pervasive Atma. And Atma is all pervasive like space. Space being all pervading need not to do any actions. Space doesn't do any action. Same way, Atma api being all pervasive doesn't need to do any action. Because it's all pervading and there is a one sentence. Yaha karta bhavati saha eva bhokta bhavati. So when our punya papa comes, no? So when I say I'm enjoying, I'm very happy, the means is we are enjoying our punya. When we say I'm very dukhi, I'm very sad, something is wrong with us, then we say dukhi. So papa and punya means what we experience in our mind. If we are feel some sadness, so we are exhausting our papa. If some happy events are happening in our life, so we can say we are enjoying our punya. So this is Pujya Swamiji, and I have heard somewhere else also, sadhus. Whenever in sadhus' life, some challenging situation comes, they are very happy. They say, because now my papa are exhausting. So they don't like every goody things happens in their life, but whenever some challenging comes, they say, very nice, now my papa will be exhausted. If punya, if good will come, they say this is not good. Still, I don't know when I have to face my papa. So papa and punya belongs to bhokta. And who is bhokta? First, he should be a karta. So here Bhagavan says, na kasyachit papam na adate, kasyachit punyam na pyadate, means Atma is abhokta. But when Atma can be abhokta, when Atma thinks I am a karta. That's why I have written, yaha karta bhavati, saha eva bhokta bhavati. Without taking doership, pap punya won't come. That's why Atma is not doer or karta, and Atma is not enjoyer of our karma phala also. So Papa, Atma doesn't take punya papa means Atma is abhukta. Then why people are so much disturbed? Why people are? But I think it's already 9:25. We will discuss in detail tomorrow. Still any question? Anita ji, how are you? After a long time.
Yeah, good, Swaminiji. I'm good.
You are
Actually, last week we came from our village.
okay.
Now we are in Bangalore.
So do you allow to travel then? We are not allowed.
They allowed. Actually, we were in green zone. Bangalore is a red zone.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So we took online pass and came.
Okay. Chittoor, what is near Sringeri? No, your village is near Sringeri.
Chikmagalur.
Chikmagalur. Okay. Any question?
Swaminiji.
Yes.
You told Vibhuhu means Atma.
Yeah.
Means Atma is not responsible for any Papa and Punya, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. No, unmute. Yes. Yes, Hemlata ji.
You said all pervasive. When you're all pervasive, achalaha, it is achalaha. So like space. So when all pervasive, no actions are possible
Yeah, no action possible. Yeah.
because actions are in space. So
No,
when
but no, actions are
all
only possible when there is a limitation.
yeah,
They
and
are
all,
confined with some place. That's why.
yeah, and also it is in space, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm.
So when you are saying all pervasive, then obviously it cannot act. No action possible there.
Mm.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
No, but what about thinking? Thinking is an action too,
Yeah. Thinking is also,
right?
yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
But thinking,
So you could say that I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting quietly, but my mind is thinking. That's also an action.
yeah.
But
But at that time,
I
Nani
mean,
has to say, mind is thinking.
Mind
Mind
is
is live because of me, but I am not mind. Yeah.
I'm talking about Atma's qualities. So
yeah,
when
yeah.
the all pervasive translates to achalaha, no chalanam.
Sarvagataha, right? Sarvagataha.
Sarvagataha, achalaha, sarvavyapakaha. Tatam also. Tataha means all. Yena midam tatam in 9th chapter. Tatam is also all pervasive.
Nityah sarvagataha achalaha sthanuhu
Sanatana.
sanatanaha.
So any question?
And
Hmm.
and Swaminiji, so when you think of actions,
Hmm.
so so when you say one's own nature makes one act,
Yeah.
so you are talking about the prakriti,
Not
right?
one's own nature means the nature of senses, of seeing, nature of sensing, all 5 sense organs.
Okay, because the like in the Pujya Swamiji's book it says Swabhavastu pravartate.
Yeah.
It is translated as but one's own nature leads to action.
Yeah. So eyes nature is to see. Ears nature is to listen. In such way, they are engaged in their own field.
Right.
So there is
But
no
not
role of
your real nature, right?
no,
Because your real nature is
not real nature.
and so later, like in the 14th chapter, it talks about gunas as being the actors.
Yeah.
And all the nature in terms of physiology, like the orders of Pujya Swamiji's, all those are acting, but you are not the actor.
Yeah. That's why, first karma yoga is very useful, relatively. Because in relatively, we say, I am not doing any action, but I am doing for Ishvara. So relatively, we say, I am not doer, I am doing only for Ishvara. There is no doership in this. Same way, I am accepting as a prasadam. So that why should happen to me, that why won't come. Whatever will come as a prasadam. So relatively, we are creating distance between this punya papa and our doership.
So once you, like when you're doing an action, you have this Ishwararpana buddhi,
Yeah.
and you do it. And so now you also are ready to accept whatever comes, right? You don't, the prasada buddhi is, it follows from that. I mean, now you say, oh Ishvara, why did you give me this?
Yeah.
I offer to you, but then you are giving me the bad result. Then
So
that means you never really offered, right?
Yeah, that's why we are, through karma yoga, we are preparing our mind to know our one's own nature. Because mind doesn't do anything, no? But directly if we teach, you are not doing, your mind is, that person is not ready to accept. But slowly, if we do whatever comes as a prasad buddhi, what I am doing from Ishvara, that slowly our mind develops to accept I am not doer, I am doing only for Ishvara. This is not my karma phala, is a prasada of Ishvara. So it's very nice. That's why it's slowly we are growing.
Yeah.
And then this is Swaminiji that the space is all pervading. People try to relate to it as if it can be objectified without realizing you are in space and there's no distance between one and space, even physically speaking. Like when we say universe, we think it's out there.
Yeah.
And they say Atma is subtler than space. That's just an example. It's just an example.
Yeah.
I think the point again, illustration is you are the space and the Atma behind the space, or relatively speaking.
Yeah.
Which is, I think I go back to what you said, if you use karma, the karma yoga as consistently reminding ourselves it is what it is, and you do it with the Ishvara Arpanena Buddhya, then that thread is running all the time.
Yeah. So slowly we develop that buddhi. Even unknowingly, karma yoga gives strengthen our mind. Whatever comes from Ishvara.
So people who are in computer science know that in operating system there's always processes running behind.
Yeah.
It's always running. That's what makes it happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, as usual, we delay you.
Yeah. That's it.
I hope you had your dinner.
I had. Shall we do Purnamada?
Yeah.
Yes, Swamiji.
Om
Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate.
Om Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru
Hari Om.